Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to this week's edition of 5 Minutes of Management. As always, we've got Rick Bell and I'm Frank Kalman. Rick, we've got the usual slate of things coming up this spring season. We are in the middle of one of the worst cold stretches Chicago's had in a while, but spring is around the corner, and that means Workforce Live. We're coming to Boston, New York, and D.C. We'll be there in April. I think April 14th, April 19th, April 28th will be in Boston, New York, and D.C. respectively. So if you're in those areas, be sure to check out Workforce Live.
Because they're going to be there for the cherry blossoms bloom.
That's right, that's right. So, Rick, we got some news out of Las Vegas. Zappos. As we know, Zappos kind of embarked earlier this year on a little bit of an experiment with its management structure. They implemented the self-management holacracy style, which basically means there are no bosses, you self-manage. And the idea is that teams would sort of naturally form around certain projects, and that's how things will get done. Well, the news this week is that things are going awkwardly, to say it best. 18% of the workforce has left since the company implemented the management structure and offered a buyout to those who didn't think that they would fit their work style. So the New York Times is reporting this week that 18% of the company, about 260 people, have left Zappos since March. What's more revealing, Rick, is some of the quotes that the story has in here from some of the employees at Zappos describing the self-management implementation as really painful and slow. And even Zappos, one of their PR managers, saying it's been a weird transition. So interesting stuff happening. Zappos, usually one of the leading companies in sort of the off-kilter management practices, having some trouble here.
Right, and I think that's to their benefit, is that they are so well known for their great management that they can probably carry this through. Maybe it is just letting people go who aren't used to this, who don't want to be in this kind of management style, and finding those people who can, because they are out there. But I think that they are going to have difficulty with the transition until the other shoe drops.
That's true. And to be clear, Zappos is grabbing headlines for sure because it's Zappos, but there have been a lot of other smaller startups that have operated under this model relatively swimmingly, and you haven't heard much about it. So I think you're right. It's mostly growing pains, and ultimately I'm sure this will all work out.
Transition.
So Rick, what do you got?
Time. All right, so Frank, because we are the home of really wonky benefits stories.
That's true.
That's what we like to do. So there's this new tax form. So the W-2 was introduced in 1943, I believe, during World War II. Well, we had this new tax form coming out called the 1095-C. Actually, there's several tax forms. 1095-C, 1095-B, and then there's the 1094-B, I believe it is. Anyway.
That sounds very exciting.
It's so exciting. And that's why we're telling you about it. Because actually, because this is new for this year's tax season for 2016, and it is part of the Affordable Care Act. This is one of the mandates. So ADP just recently did a study on employers being prepared for this. Well, not surprisingly, only 2 of 5 employers feel that they are ready for this new tax form and even know what it is, understand it. And then there's only 30% of organizations who feel like they don't have to ask for an extension. So basically, a lot of companies are looking to seek extensions this year with this new filing form. So yeah, a lot of interesting news around it, and it is a wonky thing, but it's something that employers absolutely have to comply with, because they're looking, I believe, nearly 1 in 5 employers think they are at risk of not complying with Form 1095-C requirements, which could result in potential IRS penalties of up to $6 million. Million with an M. Woo. So yeah,
tax season is here in big form. Well, yeah. Rick, where do you do your most creative thinking?
Usually when I'm doing laundry and I've been drinking.
Well, that's in contrast to where a lot of people do their creative thinking, which is the shower. Cool story from Business Insider this week. 72% of people get their best ideas from being in the shower. And according to a cognitive psychologist by the name of Ron Friedman, who's the founder of Ignite 80 and author of The Best Place to Work, The Art and Science of Creating an Extraordinary Workplace, The shower is a great place for thinking because it's a relaxing, solitary environment. And according to psychological research, people need to be in a relaxed state of mind to come up with great ideas. And I think that runs sometimes a little bit counter to the way work is set up, which is come to work, we're going to put a lot of stress and pressure on you to come up with ideas, go. And people usually succumb to the pressure and fall flat. So lesson here, take more showers.
At work, we need to install showers all around the office. Yeah, absolutely.
But I think the point is you need to take breaks. Breaks help, spur creativity and new ideas. And if you burn yourself out, you're more likely to come up with a great idea that's going to solve your problem. Just hanging out in the shower or, drinking beer, doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Pour hot water over your head and you'll feel way better and come up with all sorts of great ideas.
That's right. Well, that's all we've got for this week's edition of 5 Minutes of Management. For Rick Bell, I'm Frank Kalman. We'll see you guys next week.